last night between the Lakers, who just lost by 42, and the Celtics. This is the end of the game. LeBron James, terrible play, tries to save it, gets the ball back, huge bucket there, kind of a fluky score, and then him and Kyrie go back and forth. Kyrie, huge bucket with just 10 seconds left to put him ahead. Brandon Ingram trying to get the reverse, doesn't. Ball gets knocked around, ends up in Rajon Rondo's hands, who wins the game for the Lakers. Jalen, obviously the Lakers have been in the news all season long because they've acquired LeBron James, but recently seems like a lot of the pressure of the trade rumors have kind of been hurting the locker room a little bit. This was a game that they needed, not just for positioning to get into the playoffs, but for locker room morale. What did this win? What did this one bounce of the ball, this loose ball bouncing around, finding its way to Rondo, what did that do for the Lakers?
Well, it got them closer to 500 in the stout Western Conference race, where they're a team that currently sits 10th in their conference. And Dave McMenamin did a really good job of coming on Get Up and documented how basically Rajon Rondo took a level of leadership in galvanizing the young players, allowing them to feel confident about themselves after knowing that basically either they would or would not be traded. Once it does not happen, now it's a couple of things that takes place.
Explain.
And this is from a player that's been traded and clearly been in trade rumors. When you don't get moved, you're still committed to the team, but I got to look out for myself now.
Little different.
Oh, no. I got to look out for myself now. Am I renting? Am I leasing? Do I own this place? Do I want to keep this place if I'm traded? Like, now you got to start thinking like a professional, an adult that plays basketball. And you know what else? When the game is late and Kyle Kuzma's open on the wing, instead of giving it to LeBron in the corner, I'm shooting this.
Why's that?
Instead of Ingram trying to find a way to give it to LeBron when they denied him late, you're like, I'm taking this to the hole.
Why would they make those in-game decisions based on being in trade rumors previously?
It don't start in game. It start at 3:01 when the deadline ends. It's like, oh, okay, now I gotta pay attention to my value now. I got to make sure that I'm putting my best foot forward to help the team win, not the other way around. And so now that those dynamics have played out, yeah, LeBron gonna get his triple-double and feel good about his game.
Yep.
Rajon Rondo, a vet, he gonna have his double-double, hit the game-winning shot. But when you look deeper into the box score, KCP and Lance, double-figure scores.
Yep.
They were playing without Lonzo Ball. They still have to integrate his dynamic back into the team. So based on the Clippers trading Tobias Harris, they gifted the Lakers a playoff spot.
They did. The Kings are still between the Lakers and their playoff spot, but I do think that the Lakers will find a way to get into the playoffs because I want LeBron James in the playoffs.
Well, you have LeBron James that basically used to be a rite of passage to make it to the finals. That shows you the difference between the East and the West. Yeah, because now they have LeBron James and they're struggling to get in the playoffs.
I was thinking earlier today,
he did miss 17 games.
When was the last time LeBron James was struggling to get in the playoffs?
He had never missed as many games in a regular season, though.
Ever. So that's fair. It's fair to say those things are correlated because you saw the way the Lakers played without LeBron.
No question about it. So the Boston Celtics defensively were a turnstile, by the way. They allowed the Lakers to shoot 22 threes.
A lot of open
That's
threes.
A franchise record.
How
about this? Both teams had 35 assists, which is amazing. Each of them also only had 8 turnovers. So for the Lakers, who have a tough schedule remaining, I still believe they have a chance to get in because they're really only 3 games out of the 6th spot and they can go on the run. But they won't be like a top 4 team at this point.
One thing to look at with this Lakers game, sure, it's great they won. They were terrible from the free throw line. Just terrible. Like they shot like 30% from the free throw line. And it's nice at the end of the game when the ball bounces your way and you get open shots. But a lot of times at the end of the game, you got to make it the shots from the stripe. And they just could not last night.
That's what I love about sports. Because if Rondo misses that shot, we're having totally different conversations.
It's not just even if Rondo misses that shot. That ball bounced off like 8 people on the floor before it even found its way to Rondo. It wasn't like they ran a play for an open shot for Rondo. Like that was just bouncing off Chandler, bouncing off Tatum, right into his hands. Like that was a lucky bounce.
No doubt about it. And the thing for it is, you lose by 40 at Indy, then you go to Boston and get down 18. If that continues, we're talking about is Lew Walton going to finish the season? Mm-hmm. We're talking about, did LeBron destroy the psyche of his young players? And you ready for this? Kevin Durant made a comment earlier in the year, the guy LeBron took first in the draft, and he alluded to playing next to LeBron creates a toxic environment based on the media coverage, is what he meant, right?
Yep.
When you're on the free throw line in Indiana and the crowd is chanting, not Lakers, not Los Angeles, they're chanting, LeBron's gonna trade you. Mm-hmm. And after the game, when they asked the players about it, I heard it. LeBron, did you hear it? I heard it. But you know what he didn't say? That he didn't have anything to do with whether people get traded or not. So now as a teammate, you like, oh, okay, it is what it is. He's an iconic player. He deserves that power, but I got to play for my value. I got to help us get to the playoffs because a lot of those guys will be playing in the playoffs for the first time.